Hello everybody and welcome to another amazing Merry Marvelate stream. Hey Louise Hulk, thank you for joining me once again. I hope you're having a fantabulous Sunday. As you can see today, once again we are diving into X2, Wolverine's Revenge for the original Xbox. A game that is not that bad so far. It is a little old school in some ways, a little bit dated, mostly in stuff like the lack of checkpoints during levels. So if you die during a level, then you get sent back to the beginning of the level. So there's some old school difficulty. That being said, the game itself is not that bad. One of the better games of the era, or at least one of the better licensed Marvel games of the era. I'll preface it with that, because obviously licensed games are not always the best. But this one is not half bad. So let's get back into it. Let's see if we can remember where we were. Let's load our game. I believe last time we had gotten back in to the Weapon X facility. We'd broken our way back in. Here we go. Act 1, Part 3. Would you like to load this save game? I believe I would. Oh. Alright, and... oh, continue down here. Now, do I still have the costume I want on? All that should be all set to go. Yeah? Yeah. Like a little bit. There we go. Yes, we still got the classic, one of my favorite Wolverine looks right here is the classic blue and yellow with like the kind of, stripy claw mark things on the side and top. The, I want to say 90s look because I know it from the 90s, but really he's had this since kind of the 70s. Just the different variations of it. Hey, Jolteon of Darkness, how's it going? Thank you for joining me again. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Cameras. Ooh. Hang on, let me... That's my sneaky. My crawl. That's how I do the senses. When I use my super senses and I'm also sneaking. Oh, and hang on. That's how I can retract or use my claws. And in this game, the point of having your claws retracted is that you can only use your healing factor when you don't have your claws in. Which obviously is not how Wolverine actually works. But for the purposes of a video game, it makes sense. Way better than the NES game where using the claws does damage. That sucked. In a game that was otherwise not bad, but not being able to use the claws was kind of crappy. This is your favorite Wolverine costume? It's a good choice. He's had a bunch of good costumes over the years. The kind of newer version of this one that has like kind of more blue on the side and like has the... oh, Jesus! Okay. Oh, my controller disconnected. I think I need batteries. I think I need to change the batteries in this controller. That's alright, I've got batteries out front. I'll have to grab those real quick. Yeah, he's had like the one that's similar to this, but like kind of the Astonishing X-Men version that has like blue stripes on the side, and then the yellow stripes are in the negative space on that. That one's pretty good. There's the classic brown and tan one. That's really good. And I am doing well. Thank you for asking, Jolteon. I'm just gonna change the batteries in this. I'm just gonna kick you to the intermission scene for 1 second, but I'll be right back. Hulk seized and escaped with. After reuniting with his new allies and placing the cocoon in a safe location, the Hulk returned with Warlock's forces and fought back against the evil new men. The Green Goliath overpowered the Man-Beast, but before he finished his foe, Adam Warlock returned. Rather than kill his enemy, Warlock used his power. And we're back. Alright, let's get this going. I opened the door, and then this guy immediately was on my case. So I guess stealth was never an option for this here mission, which means I need to remember how to fight in this game. Alright, yeah, can I... back? There we go. I guess that means it's claw time. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Nope. Ooh. Look at this kung fu fighting motherfucker. Favorite Marvel penciler. Ooh. See, there's been so many over the years that, ooh, God, that's hard to pick. In terms of, like, classic ones, like, obviously Jack Kirby deserves a shout-out, because Jack Kirby is influential as hell, and is, you know, halfway responsible for the Marvel Universe. Doesn't really get enough credit in the mainstream. So yeah, big shout-out to Jack. I was always a big fan of, like, John Romita and Ross Andru and that era of Amazing Spider-Man. Those guys did great work, especially John Romita Sr., who really, oh, Jesus, okay, that guy's in basically a tank. Yeah, John Romita Sr. really hammered out the classic look for Spider-Man. Obviously, Steve Ditko designed Spider-Man, and his costume is, you know, the one that everything has been coming back to, but, you know, what Ditko initially designed, in my opinion, Romita kind of refined and perfected. So it's kind of between the two of those really gave us the definitive Spider-Man look. Then, like, beyond that, like, there's so many good ones nowadays that, like, if I was to try and name some of them, I would certainly forget them. But I would certainly forget some, but, like, some of the really good ones that come to mind are, like, Stuart Immonen is great. Who else we got? Like, Stuart Immonen definitely comes to mind. Let's die. Oh, wait, I can regen my health quite high. Hang on, Hang on, the other advantage to having your claws in is that if I can punch people with, like, regular punches to stun them, that opens them up for a finishing move. So it's almost better to have your claws in a lot of the time. Guy's not... Okay. Sometimes I need to switch over to, like, kicks. Oh god, there's another dude. Okay, I need to take a second. Heal here. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, there's two dudes. Oh boy. Ah! Okay. I'm probably just gonna... You know, I'm early in the level. I'm just gonna die and start over here. I did not get off on the right foot here. Let's restart here while we're still early on. And now I'm blanking on the name. Who was the penciler that did a lot? Russell Dauterman, that's the one. Who did a lot of work on Jason Aaron's Thor run. A lot of that was Aaron and Dauterman. Russell Dauterman is also really good. One of the good ones in the industry today. Now, can I sneak this? Sneak up to the door like this. This is like a cutscene. Oh, I definitely need to deactivate the force field by getting to that. Okay, I wasn't really paying attention. It's probably good that I died anyway, so I could see this again. Now I know. Hey, Zan. Now I know I need to get to that to turn off the cutscene. Okay, I'm still hidden for now, it looks like. Okay, so I do have a chance to stealth this somewhat. Uh-oh.
Not a generator in sight. It's gotta be controlled from somewhere.
That way.
I just saw him.
Uh-oh. That was the one guy I didn't want to see me. Oh, this is quite the sticky wicket we found ourselves in, isn't it? I don't think that guy saw me. I think the angle was a little weird on that one. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, 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 nope. No, it's time to go. No access. I disagree. Oh, crap. Well, I guess there really is no access there. Oh, boy. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Okay. You know what? No, let's just die. I have two cats. The black one that you will often see on stream, because he likes to walk by here, is named Zant. I also have a female cat who's got a bit more white and brown fluff, and her name is Razzle. Alright, so. Disable the security force field. Right. Alright, so I'm probably not going to be able to stealth my way through this first section. I'll try, but I'm not going to be beholden to the idea, because they're probably going to see me and start shooting at me. I think with this, I mostly need to just kind of make sure that I'm out of the way of the massive guy. Like, the guy that's in the turret, like, I'm just not going to be able to deal with him. But I don't need to. I need to get through this room.
Get to that console.
Damn it. See, this guy was ready for me. Fine, I got through this room before. All I need to do... Maybe I shouldn't have died before. That's fine. Ow. There we go. I need to remember to switch up between punches and kicks, because that's literally how I get people off guard and open them up for those finishing strikes. Because yeah, having my claws out will get more instant combat, or instant damage, by slashing away at them. But the most effective way to combat seems to be to open up, to break their guard by, you know, it'll either be punching or kicking, depending on the way they're blocking, I guess. You know, just have to get around their guard to kind of open them up. Because then I've got to get an opportunity to do a finishing move, which will do way more damage than just clawing at them from the get-go. This. Come on, open up. Yeah. There we go. Aha, okay, now I'm safe from... Oh god. Not you, apparently. Not safe from you. That's fine, I can take this guy out. Like many games, or I suppose like me in many games, I will have no problem dealing with the enemies one-on-one. It's when they gang up on me that things become an issue. So, the big thing is that if I'm trying to fight one guy, that's never going to be an issue. The problem comes in if someone else is shooting me while I'm trying to fight that one guy. At what age did I start reading comics? In terms of like actually reading comics, I didn't have access to a whole lot of them when I was young. Like, I had some. Like, I had some, like, Spider-Man Clone Saga stuff and just whatever random comics I could get. But I grew up in a pretty rural part of the country, meaning, like, I was kind of in the middle of nowhere. There weren't really any stores that sold comics around. And back then, I'm about 30 years old now. Back then, getting digital comics wasn't as much of an option, especially for me. I didn't really have access to that kind of thing at the time. So yeah, when I was young, I wasn't really able to read a whole lot, but I loved superheroes. Like, Batman and Spider-Man were my favorite, mostly due to the cartoons. Like, those two had the best shows back in the day. And I still believe this. I honestly believe that one of the reasons that Spider-Man and Batman, rather, are among the most popular superheroes. Oh shoot, okay, hang on. One of the reasons Spider-Man and Batman are among the most popular superheroes, especially among kids, it was true back in the day, and I guess it still is kind of true, is that they have the best villains. They have the best rogues gallery. And most popular superheroes have at least one good villain. You know, the X-Men have Magneto, the Fantastic Four has Doctor Doom, Superman's got, like, Lex Luthor, but Spider-Man and Batman were the ones that had just so many good villains. Like, both of them had, like, a huge rogues gallery of just awesome villains, which made for a great TV show, because then you get, like, great villains every episode. But that's how I got into superheroes, was cartoons like that, like the old Spider-Man and Batman, the animated series from the early 90s. And, so then when I became a man, when I became an adult, and I moved into, not the big, I'm not going to say the big city, but I moved into a town that had comic book shops and stuff like that, places where I could actually buy comics. Okay, I'm in rage mode now, so I'm going to try and do whatever damage I can. I know there's guys over here. Okay, now that I'm out of rage mode, I'm going to take down this guy. Yeah, so when I moved into a town where I could actually get comics, I started buying them. And, some of the first stuff that I bought was, I bought, obviously, well, the first thing I went for was Spider-Man and Batman. And so the trades that I bought, the collections I bought, which I still have, actually, to this day, are Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, and Spider-Man, The Death of Gwen Stacy. Which, maybe it's nostalgia because they're like two of the first trades that I really bought, but still some of my favorite comics. Like, I honestly believe that those are both really good. And, reading The Death of Gwen Stacy, that story arc of Spider-Man, that's what got me into wanting to read the Marvel Universe proper, and Spider-Man in general. So, because the thing with DC, because I do love DC, but especially, like, getting into it for the first time, there were so many, like, reboots and retcons, and it's like, if I wanted to read Batman all the way through, it was like, well, okay, it was rebooted a couple of times. It started off in Detective Comics, and then went in other, was in issues of Batman and whatnot. So it was reading Batman beginning to end would have been a bit of a hassle. Incredible! Ooh, Jakester, thank you so much for that host. But reading Spider-Man from the beginning, that was possible, mostly because of these books here, the Essential Amazing Spider-Man. And these are, books that Marvel put out, which were very cost-effective. They were, they were reprinted in black and white, so they're not the best quality, but in terms of getting, like, a chunk of comics for a good price, like, the Essential books at that time were the best you could do. So that's how I started reading Amazing Spider-Man. And I must have been, I don't know exactly how old, but I was around 18 or 20 at the time, because it was when I was pretty fresh in, freshly moved into the city. Definitely a teenager at that point. Read a page of that book? I sure will. Absolutely. We'll go to one of Spidey's early adventures. But yeah, that's how I started reading the comics proper, and this was my jumping off point, and going off of these, I read through the entirety of Amazing Spider-Man, including the satellite books like Spectacular Spider-Man, Sensational Spider-Man, and all that stuff. Basically read Spider-Man from beginning to end. I need to catch up now, like I'm a little bit behind, but, just, in general, I've read, like, the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man up to very recently, which is how I got into the Marvel Universe in general, which, of course, led to the creation of the channel and all that stuff. Because the thing about the Spider-Man comics is, I'm going to pause this while I'm reading this. The thing about the Spider-Man comics is that he crosses over with everybody. Spider-Man has met pretty much everyone else in the Marvel Universe. They even, he even had his own series called, because if you guys aren't familiar with Marvel Team Up, it was a series that started in the 70s that lasted for 150 issues. And not every issue, but, most issues was a Spider-Man. Almost every issue was Spider-Man. Early on, some of them were Human Torch and stuff like that. But point being is that the concept of the book is that every issue was Spider-Man teaming up with another Marvel hero. So it's like 150 issues of him, with a few exceptions, 150 issues of him teaming up with other heroes. And so, reading Spider-Man all the way through, I necessarily learned a lot about the Marvel Universe in general, and I kind of had to, like, learn, okay, well, what's the deal with the Fantastic Four? What are the X-Men up to? Like, who are the Avengers? Like, all of this stuff. Like, just by necessity, I kind of learned the rest of the universe, and now, through the channel, I can help explain some of that stuff to you guys. Alright, so, we're going to do a random page from the Essential Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1. Don't want to look at it. Here we go. Alright, so at the top of this, we've got Betty Brant, Peter's first love interest, saying, I understand, Peter. I should have known a girl can always trust her first impressions. Just my luck. She thinks I'm cold-shouldering her because I have a date with Liz. Poor Betty. Only I could explain. Next panel, Peter is literally kicking rocks. Why am I always in the middle? I can't ever bring myself to say no to Aunt May, so I end up hurting the girl I care for. Ah, phooey. Peter literally kicking a rock down a street. I mean, I've done that. And that Watson gal is probably a refugee from a horror movie. If only I didn't have to see her tonight. Oh, yes, for the guys who don't know, the way MJ, Mary Jane Watson, was introduced in the comics is that Aunt May was... Okay, we just... had been kidnapped by... Sorry, I had to do something really quick there. The way MJ was introduced in the comics is that Aunt May was trying to set Peter up with her on a blind date, and Peter was just trying to avoid it with his life. He was like, ugh, I don't want to go out with a girl that my aunt is setting me up with. It's like her friend's niece or something like that. And then, of course, like the way that Aunt May would always describe her as like, oh, she's a very sweet girl. Like, she's got a great personality. And Peter was like, oh, no, May, no, I don't want to do this. We all know how that turned out, which of course I'll have to bring up the I'll bring up the panel in a second here. I've got to do that now that I've mentioned this. But we'll go through the rest of this page first. That Watson gal is probably a refugee from a horror movie. Only I didn't have to see her tonight. Oh, Peter dear, I've been waiting for you. I'm afraid I have bad news. I'm beginning to think there's no other kind. Miss Watson's niece has a headache. She can't see you tonight. I hope you're not too disappointed, dear. Gosh, Aunt May, it is a shock, but I'll be big about it. Love the 60s dialogue. Hello, Betty? This is Pete. You know which Pete. Aw, Betty, don't be that way. Wait, don't hang up, Betty. Okay, if that's the way she wants to act, I'll call Liz Allen. Then, 60 seconds later, yes sirree, that's some big crush she has on me. Her mom says she's dancing with Flash Thompson. Boy, with my luck, sometimes I wonder who's sticking a pin in Peter Parker doll. Well, we all know that Peter has the good luck with the ladies. Not long afterwards, a steamer prepares to head for South Africa. Or South America, sorry. You're both getting off mighty easily as merely being deported from the country. Just make sure you don't come back. Are you going to let them do this to us, Craven? Of course. I'll get back in shape hunting in the jungles of the Congo. Then when I'm more powerful than ever, we shall return and continue our hunt for Spider-Man. A hunt that will never end until he is destroyed. Maybe a trip here to the docks will help me forget about Betty for a while. Gee, I'd like to be on that ship right now. It looks so quiet, so peaceful. I'm just not that lucky. On sale next, Spider-Man number 16, and the great new Spider-Man Annual. All you loyal web spinners have some great treats in store. Don't miss them. Yes, another little tidbit from the comics. This is the Chameleon, who some of you guys might be familiar with, the shape-changing Spider-Man supervillain. Master of Disguise. The reason that Kraven the Hunter was turned on to Spider-Man's scent in the first place is the Chameleon, one of the first villains Spider-Man fought. I think it fought him in like the first or second issue, maybe the first one. I think it might have actually been Amazing Spider-Man number 1 that he first fought the Chameleon. The Chameleon was the one that first got Kraven the Hunter to go after Spider-Man. Funnily enough, years later, we actually found out, I think it was in the 80s they revealed this, that the Chameleon, Dmitry Smerdyakov, is actually Kraven the Hunter's half-brother. Because Kraven the Hunter comes from a rich family, and Dmitry Smerdyakov, who became the Chameleon, was the son of the family servant, basically. The butler lady. I guess the maid would be the right word. But yeah, apparently Kraven's father sired Dmitry when he had an affair with his own maid. Thus, Dmitry Smerdyakov was born. And that page we just read came from Amazing Spider-Man number 15. So you think there are no new types of supervillains left for old Spidey to battle, huh? Well, you've got a surprise coming. Here's one of the newest and greatest of all, Kraven the Hunter. Special guest star reintroducing one of the first foes Spider-Man ever fought, the Chameleon. Yes, good stuff. I love the classic Spider books. I do maintain that classic Spider-Man holds up better than a lot of the 60s stuff. Like, some 60s comics are pretty dated, a little bit hard to go back to, but Amazing Spider-Man, still dated, obviously, because it's from the 60s, but in my opinion, it holds up a lot better than some of the other stuff. I think part of that is because, you know, as I said, Spider-Man's got a really good rogues gallery, so the villains hold up a lot better. That is a big part of it. And also the fact that, you know, people like Iron Man were just fighting communists all the time, so though, like, some of the other stories in the 60s are definitely more dated and rooted in the 60s. But the other thing I wanted to show you guys, while I've got you, while we were talking about the Mary Jane thing, is, yes, originally Peter was trying to outright avoid going on a date with her entirely, which led to her iconic first appearance panel when Peter finally sees her for the first time, when he finally has to go out on this first date. And of course, Aunt Anna, MJ's aunt, introduces Peter to her. He says, "That's Mary Jane." And the first actual line of dialogue Mary Jane actually has in a comic book is, "Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot." Gonna visit Wakanda for the first time. That would be fun. I don't know of any offhand, but I feel like Kraven the Hunter must have come up against the Black Panther at some point. Like, that's definitely a thing that's happened somewhere. Ooh, here we go. We're gonna get back to the game in just a second here. Alrighty. Okay, that was fun. Now let's try to proceed through this level. Oh yes, next time on the History of the Marvel Universe, we're looking to Mary Marvelite himself. I mean, not a whole lot more to tell other than what I just said, honestly. Alright, so let's try and be somewhat sneaky about this. If we can avoid detection, it would be for the best. Need to... Ooh, let's get some coffee. Get some coffee. We need to turn off the force field so we can proceed. So, anybody up here? Oh, okay. We can sneak up on that guy. You like it when Hero has many villains to deal with? I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking, guys. Yeah, as I said, Spider-Man and Batman, in my opinion, have the best rogues gallery in comics. Some other ones have, plenty of good ones. Spider-Man and Batman have bar none the most good villains. Most other people have, like, one or two, like, really solid ones. Gotcha. Go. Hope you weren't using that, Nick. Okay, so... Nope. Nope. That button.
Well, that's progress.
Alrighty.
Oops.
Ooh! That truck was spazzing out. Might be a graphical glitch from, no, I'm actually playing this on an Xbox 360, which might explain that graphical glitch we just had, because sometimes you get, like, some glitchiness going on when you're playing these games on a 360, but so far, this one runs pretty well. So, if you guys... Yeah, I don't have the box handy there. So if you guys are interested in playing this game for yourself, if you have a 360, yeah, it does run pretty well on one of those. Oh, god dang, they spotted me really quick. Probably should have been sneaking. Hey, Vento, how's it going? Not a big DC guy, but you appreciate Flash being vaguely buddies with most of his villains. Oh yeah, we love... That's a good thing about the Flash, is that he's a bit... Oh god, oh boy. Okay, I thought I had some glitching going on there for a second there. Wonder if it plays on a 1. Ooh, good question. Probably not, because all of the backwards compatibility on the 1 is emulation based. So since this is a licensed game, almost certainly not. I think in order for... I could be wrong, because I don't own an Xbox One, so you can correct me on this, but I think for a game to be... for an older game to be playable on the Xbox One, it has to be one that you're able to buy on the store on there. Because then you're basically, it's using the disc to authenticate that you own the game, so then you just play the digital version. So I think if something is not on the store there, then you wouldn't be able to play it off of an older disc. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me on that. Yes, the Flash is a good dude. We appreciate someone being not that grimdark. Yeah, like I said, I could be wrong. There could be exceptions to that, but I do know that is generally how the Oh boy, that doesn't look good. That is generally how the Xbox One backwards compatibility works, is that if you put the disc in, it'll just download. Oh boy, oh boy, oh no. No, 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 no. Too many bullets, too many bullets. If you put the disc in, it'll just authenticate that you have it, and then it'll play the digital version. So I kind of assume that it would need to be something that's on the store, because then there would actually be a digital version to play. As opposed to the Xbox 360 here, which is actually you know, running the game off the disc, which is why you can occasionally get some graphical glitches if you're playing Xbox original games on a 360, because it's not just running like a digital version of the game; it's actually playing it off the disc, I believe. Right, well, I'm full health, so go try this. Oh god, something exploded. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. We're fine. Break. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Ow. What is my favorite X-Men series? There's a few good ones. One that comes to mind is I think it was called All New X-Men when the original 5 X-Men first got brought forward to the present day. That was the one that Bendis and I think Immonen did that series. That one was good. There's a couple of good ones. I read like a bunch of the All New X-Men and like X-Men Blue stuff. Well, I started reading X-Men Blue recently, which is a continuation of that, and yeah, those are pretty fun because it's like the original 5 X-Men being put into modern day, and you know, having to deal with the differences and the fallout of that kind of thing. Okay, I'm gonna just run for the door here. Able to make it. Oh, we good. Dexter still needs a haircut. I'm just letting mine grow out for now, as you can probably tell. Oh god, I probably need to not touch the wall here, huh? Try and be sneaky. Oh god. You guys are sneaking up on me this time. Right. Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, baby. Yes, I haven't read the entirety of it, but I checked out a little bit of it. But X-Men Gold, another like semi-recent one. What I've read, I want to go back and read that one all the way through, which I actually read a bit of it today, just going up to like ending with the Secret Empire stuff. I'm almost caught up on my books. I've been finding some more time to like sit down and read a bit. Yes, from what I've read of X-Men Gold, that one's another fun series too. Gotcha. Over there. You haven't had a haircut since high school. Nice. Getting along. I used to have like really long hair back when I was, what? Must have been like 22 or 23 at the time. So yeah, it would have been about 10 years ago. I had like shoulder length hair back then. I ended up like getting it all cut off. Yeah, I'll probably grow it out again and see how I feel about it. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of choice right now. I mean, I have a home haircut kit. But I'm not that good with that kind of thing, so for me to do it by myself, it would literally just be buzzing myself, which I've done before, but it's a bit short for my taste. So, given the choice between doing that and just letting it grow, I'll probably just let it grow. Guys, facing the wall, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. People like to call you Anakin Skywalker. Nice. Long-haired kings, yes. We love it. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Someone is shooting something, but I don't know what or where. Oh, oh, camera. Camera? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Right, ow, okay. Where? Okay, there you are. I want to go take care of you so you stop shooting at me. I don't want to. Just so you're not a problem later. Come here, you. Oh, gee, he's got sweep kicks and everything. Look at this motherfucker. Ow. Gotcha. Nice. Spinning bird kick. Okay. Anything over here I needed to... Oh, this is where I was supposed to go. I think I was going in the wrong direction when I'm upstairs. Blast.
I see him.
Oh, that's not good. Well, I see you. Hang on. Oh no, he's got me. Yep, gotcha. Oh, goodbye. I picked him up. I didn't realize I could grab him. Ooh. Favorite animated series? You're talking... Ooh, hang on. For Marvel, there's a couple of good ones. There's Spider-Man, the animated series, the old one from the 90s, which, you know, doesn't hold up animation-wise because that was under strict budget, but oh god, no. Oh god, oh god, oh god, hang on. Oh, sorry, hang on a sec. Hang on. I need to run for a second and just let myself get some health back here. Oh god, nope, wrong way, not that way. That door's locked. I went through here and now it's locked. Camera, I need to see what's ahead. Okay. He's not shooting at me, so I'm just gonna take a moment to regen my life. Yeah, I was a huge fan of Spider-Man, the animated series. Oh god, no. No, don't shoot him! No, this is bad. This is really bad. Yeah, obviously the whole DC animated universe is really good. Batman the animated series is fantastic, leading into, like, you know, spun off into Superman, and we got Justice League, like, all that stuff is great. Also, one cartoon that does hold up remarkably well that I liked as a kid was Gargoyles. Went back and watched Gargoyles a while back. That show holds up really well. There was some episodes where the animation was a little jank, because, once again, budgetary reasons. But generally the scripting and the acting and that stuff all holds up really well. Like, that show was really good. Also, I'm going to give a shout out to a couple of Canadian cartoons. Namely ones made by the Canadian CGI animated company called Mainframe back in the day. They made Beast Wars, which I loved, which is a Transformers series. What else? Reboot, which is a big favorite of mine. That one was really fun. And one one cartoon I would recommend to people. If people want a cartoon recommendation from me, this is my go-to for two reasons. One, it's only 2 seasons. Each season is 13 episodes, and so it's only 26 episodes total, so it's pretty short. 2, it's one that I'm sure not a lot of people have watched because it's kind of an obscure Canadian cartoon. And 3, it has a proper ending. It doesn't end on like a cliffhanger. It has 2 seasons. It has an arc. It has a, you know, I'm not going to say it has a cliffhanger ending, but it has a slightly bittersweet ending at the very end, but it does have a general story arc that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And that show is called Shadow Raiders, and it was another CGI Canadian show by Mainframe. And, oh god, okay, well my health is regenerated now, so we're good. But yeah, Shadow Raiders is fantastic. I love that show. Once again, you're gonna have to put up with 90s? I think 90s? Late 90s, maybe. But yeah, you'll have to put up with like 20-year-old plus CGI animation. But I mean, it's not that bad. Not as bad as like early seasons of Reboot. Frick. But I mean, Reboot also got away with it by the fact that it was set inside an actual, like, Reboot was set inside a computer. Like, it was in a digital world. Like, the characters in that show were actually digital constructs, like, in the actual lore. So, it made sense for everything to kind of look the way that it did. Even if it does look dated, it makes sense that it looks the way that it does. You know, so Beast Wars had, like, kind of a similar bent to it where, you know, the environments and the actual animals look a little bit jank, but The Transformers looked fine because they're robots. Yes, if I can do one thing in this world, and that is to make more people watch Shadow Raiders, then that would be a good thing. Some places might have it listed as War Planets Shadow Raiders, because it's actually based off the toy line War Planets. So yeah, it'll either be called War Planets or Shadow Raiders, or possibly a combination of the both, but generally speaking, War Planets was the toy line that it was based off, and the TV show was called Shadow Raiders. Okay, where am I going next? Probably this way. Try and be a little bit sneaky and let my health regen a little bit more. Okay. Everyone is way more immediately aware of me in this area than anywhere before. Oh god, bombs. Stealth is not so much an option. Okay, get out. Stealth is not so much an option in this level as it has been previously. Hell, before it was almost necessary. This level is way more like, oh no, I know, we're ready for you, and we know where you are. Oh god, this guy's beating me up too. Also, these guys are tough. I'm not opening them up for strike attacks as easily as the previous enemies were. It's like they're almost dead by the time I do it. Maybe I should just be using the claws, if that's the case. Alright, well, maybe we'll try it that way. Sneaky. Okay, we got that key card, so the door. Here we go. Door unlocked. Rit? He's a rit. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh dear no.
Tripwires, huh?
Tripwires. See where I came from. The doors are like locking behind me, I feel. Go that way. Be careful. That's not the way to go. I guess we're just gonna have to avoid the tripwires. Do anything with that. Usually if there's a button I can press, there's like a green mark on the ground in front of it anyway. I know what I've got to do here. There we go. If I use my senses, I can see the tripwire. Oh god, no. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. I am so dead if I trip these wires. At least I can still move just quickly enough while I'm sensing stuff in order to get past. There's so many guns on the wall. Okay. Oh god. Oh, this is scary. Oh, this is nasty. Go. No! No! Why? Why the door close? No, you can't do this to me! Okay, we're safe. I'm just gonna stay here for a minute, haha. Okay. I let my health go up all the way. Am I boned? Hey, King. Thanks for joining me. Seen a little bit of Gargoyles before, but you don't really remember? Yeah, that's a good show to go back to. I need to, go back and finish it, because I remember I watched the first, when I watched it, I watched the first season and the first half of the second season, because when I went back and watched it, that's all that was out on DVD. I think the rest of it is out now. Or actually, it's all on Disney Plus. I can get Disney Plus and watch it that way if I wanted to. Okay. Door is still closed. Can I disable those things somehow, or am I just screwed now? Like, did I mess this up? Oh, I remember Darkwing Duck. I liked Darkwing Duck. I don't remember it well, because I haven't really gone back to that one. Oh yeah, the 90s X-Men cartoon, is that the one you were thinking of? There were a couple of good ones. Like, the old 90s X-Men cartoon was obviously fantastic. Used the, like, for the most part, like, the Jim Lee versions of the designs. Had, like, this version of Wolverine and stuff like that. Then it was, like, X-Men Evolution, which was also really good. Yeah, Darkwing Duck. That was my jam once upon a time. Okay, the room reset. Okay. I was afraid the game was going to screw me for a second there, but it looks like I'm good. Yeah, if Wolverine looked like this, then it would have been the 90s one. Yes, that was a good series, too. I've actually got... This is cool. Check this out. I've got episodes of it on VHS. So, I've got Night of the Sentinels. Oh, not the lasers. Oh god, you're right. We've got Night of the Sentinels. We've got Enter Magneto. Actually, hang on, I'm gonna kick over to the book view for a second here. Yes, I've got these VHSs, which predate DVDs for you youngins. So I've got Night of the Sentinels. We've got Enter Magneto. Look at this great art. VHS covers, like... How many of you even remember this kind of thing? X-Men 2, Enter Magneto. This is cool. This is good stuff right here. Got Volume 3, Deadly Reunions. Look at that. How cool is that? These cover arts are so good. Volume 4, Captive Hearts. Storm and Calypso. I'm so glad I have these up here. Oh, this is a good one. We got Cold Vengeance. Look at that. Wolverine and Sabretooth. Volume 5 is Slave Island. Got Cable and Gambit in the front there. Oh, and look, they got like the comic booky stuff on the back there. That's fantastic. These are so good. We're using a lot of VHS when you're younger. Nice! I love it. Got a few... Oh yeah, I had Orange Rugrats VHS. Oh yeah, I remember when they had like different color ones. And finally, Volume 7, The Unstoppable Juggernaut. This crotch is incredibly smooth. I feel like they started crapping out on the art by the end of these. Yeah, like 6 and 7 don't look quite as good as the first 5, but... Yeah, no, those are cool to have. Those are great. Yeah. Oop. That one. Yeah, no, I had a bunch of VHSs when I was a kid. The ones I watched the most, one of which I still have here. I've got the Venom saga of the old Spider-Man cartoon, which is like the alien costume episode, and there was a Transformers VHS that I watched over and over again called The Ultimate Doom, which was a 3-part episode of the 80s Transformers show that I loved. Let's do this. If I mess it up, I just gotta leave, and then I can heal and try again. So. There we go. Good. Good. Okay. Okay, made it. Woo, baby. The rooms like that make me clench up because of the lack of checkpoints. That's the only thing that makes this game like really hard and tense, is the fact that if you die once, then you got to do the entire level all over again. And the levels are not short. Like, I'm still on... Oh god, no. I've been on the same level for 50 minutes now. And I do Howard the Duck Origin. Ooh, that would be a good one to do. I'll tell you what, Toiki, I'm pretty sure I've told you this before, but if you want to give me video suggestions, I do appreciate that. The best place to put video suggestions is in the comments for the YouTube videos on the actual Mary Marvelate YouTube channel, because that is where I go to check for suggestions. VHS when you were in primary school. I think VHS had a different name here in the UK, which you don't even remember. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't know about that, unless you had something different like Betamax or something. Which is like a different format. Similar, I think? I don't know. I never had Betamaxes. I can take this guy out. Ow. There we go. Woo! Betamax walked like so VHS could run. Oh, okay, so Betamax must have predated VHS. VHS ran so Betamax could run. I don't know. I feel like Betamax was one of the Betamax was one of those formats that that didn't really catch on. Like not as many people had it. It was like Laserdisc or HD DVD is a more recent example. Like who remembers HD DVD? It was the competitor to Blu-ray. That didn't last very long. Yeah, when it comes to like video formats like that, you're only really gonna have one at a time. Ah!
Over there.
At least you're only gonna have like one per generation, rather. Like you're not gonna get a new video format like that is not gonna be popularized unless A, it's been a while since the previous one, and B, it is significantly better than the previous one. Yeah, I'm still convinced that one of the big reasons that HD DVD lost out to Blu-ray is because of the PlayStation. Also, look at these maps. That's some high-res texture right there. Okay, you can even see like the pixels on my shadow. This is great. Yeah, the PS3 had like a built-in Blu-ray player, so obviously anybody that had a PS3, they weren't buying HD DVDs, they were just going to buy Blu-rays. What is my favorite X-Men comic book? Ooh, we made it to the end of the level. Whew, sweet. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, some of the more recent stuff is really good. The all new X-Men and like X-Men Blue, X-Men Gold, that's good stuff. I don't know if I have a favorite like single X-Men issue or anything like that. I would have to think about that one. Oh, continue. Did I save? I think I saved. There we go. Yeah, Blu-ray. I don't know if it would have died, but it definitely helped. Like, HD DVD would have had a way better shot. Wasn't for that. And like one thing too was like the Xbox 360 could not natively play HD DVD players or HD DVD discs. So in order to get them to run on a 360, you had to buy like a separate external thing to plug into it. So that was just not nearly as convenient as just having a PS3 that could just play them naturally. Because that's one big difference between the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Like, if you ever notice, sometimes if there's games that are released on both, not all the time, but occasionally there are ones that, like, they are more discs on 360 than there are on PS3. Like, Mass Effect 2 and 3 are the ones that I can think of. Like, Mass Effect 2 and 3 were both 2 discs on 360, but I believe they were both 1 disc on PS3. That's because PS3 games were actually printed on Blu-ray disc, whereas Xbox 360 games were still running off of DVD. Blu-ray was pretty expensive comparatively, and Blu-ray players definitely weren't cheap either. Yeah, Blu-ray was expensive at the time, which is, yeah, as you were saying, them being built into the PS3 was a big step up for them. The running sound in this game sounds similar to the running sound of some LEGO games. Oh. Yeah, it's got that kind of like that blocky sound to it, doesn't it? That very stock running sound effect feel to it. Oh, I'm going in rage mode. Now you've gone and pissed me off. I've got the key card now. Go me. Oh. Okay, I'm out of rage mode. I don't need to fight you guys. Unless you're gonna sound an alarm or something. Are you? I think we're good. Ooh, a video origin of Groot. That would be a good one. one thing about Groot is that the Groot we know, the Groot that's a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, is not the first Groot we meet in the Marvel Universe. I think it was... I always want to say in the 50s, but I think it actually did happen in like 1960 or 1961. It was just a 50s style story. It was the original Groot was actually a monster from another planet. It was the beast from Planet X. Also, that one could actually talk. I think I actually have the thing for it here. That one. Here we go. Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, I think it's in this collection here, the Rocket Raccoon and Groot Complete Collection. I'm going to kick over to this view for a second again here. Yeah, here we go. Tales to Astonish number 13. I challenged Groot, the monster from Planet X. So this is actually a different individual from the Groot we know from Guardians of the Galaxy, but they're the same species from the same planet. In fact, this guy's the monster from Planet X. If you remember the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, when they're all getting scanned and it says like their species and where they're from and stuff like that, on Groot's scan it says species Flora Colossus and origin X. So yes, Groot in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is also, like the original Groot from the comics, from Planet X. Ugh. Fun little tidbits. Don't their vocal cords lock up or something, or was that like a retcon kind of thing? See, I'm not sure. I would have to like look into how that kind of works thing. I know that like, you know, the Guardians of the Galaxy Groot, and I'm pretty sure most of his species are like physically incapable of like talking like that, because the Guardians of the Galaxy Groot, I don't think he first appeared until like 2008 or something like that. It was basically when they did the new, like the current version of the Guardians of the Galaxy with Star-Lord and that stuff. Like he was, you know, introduced in that series, I believe. So I think that was always the case with him. But yeah, that original one that could talk, I don't know what the deal with that was. Because I'm pretty sure that's a pre-Fantastic Four book. And the thing is, with the way the Marvel Universe works, long story short, anything released before the Fantastic Four is questionably canon. Like, the details are, like, always vague and that kind of thing, and totally open to interpretation. Okay. Because, Fantastic Four #1 is basically the start of the Marvel Universe, but they did pull in stuff from before that, like Captain America, the original Human Torch, the Submariner. That's all stuff that was introduced in like the 30s and 40s. So they brought that forward into canon. But, you know, anything that was actually printed before Fantastic Four #1, you know, the canonicity of those actual books is a little bit up in the air, because they basically picked and choose what they wanted from those old books. The general explanation, or the way to look at it, is like the actual books, like the old Captain America comics from the 40s and stuff, those are fictional retellings of actual events. So, you know, the Golden Age Marvel comics are more or less recollections of what happened in the actual 30s, 40s, and 50s of the Marvel Universe. One of the nicknames your mom calls you sometimes is Groot, because I have similar teenage Groot is to moo to you. That's funny. But yes, and Vin Diesel did do a great job as Groot. I remember, obviously this didn't happen because it ended up becoming a TV show and not a movie, but at one point Vin Diesel was in talks to play Black Bolt in a potential Inhumans movie. Oh, something happened in here. Ooh. Okay, that's all gross. Yeah, at one point Vin Diesel was in talks to play Black Bolt in a Inhumans movie, which would have been funny, because he does the voice of Groot, which is just a voice, and of course, those who know him, Black Bolt is a character that does not talk, so there would be no voice. He would just be the physical presence in that case. So that would have been kind of funny if Vin Diesel ended up playing a character who is just a voice and also a character who doesn't have a voice. Obviously, that didn't end up happening, and it's probably not going to happen because we have the TV series, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe at some point we'll end up getting a proper reboot of the Inhumans. Good actor for the Thing from the MCU? Oh man, that's a good question. See, I don't know about that one. Because whoever, in my opinion, whoever plays Ben Grimm in the MCU, like, I would prefer, like, if we're going for, like, just straight up classic Thing, which I would prefer, then it's gotta be, they've gotta be able to do the voice, basically. And it's gotta be like that tough guy, Jewish guy from Brooklyn. Like that, it's gotta be like that kind of voice. It's gotta have like a bit more New York in the voice than most of the characters usually do.
They will serve you well.
Oh, hang on, do I need to do something here? I do. Need item to activate. Okay. Okay. I think I need to find a specific guy. 'Tis the hour of clobbering, ma'am. But yeah, like, obviously a lot of the characters in the Marvel Universe are from New York, like Spider-Man, Captain America, Doctor Strange, like, they're all New Yorkers. Ben Grimm is the one that needs to have the New Yorker voice. Oh god. Word locked. Like, led me here. Okay, now what do I do? Interesting. Unless I can go in from another angle or something. Ah ha ha. Yes, I can.
Disc now. Gotta make my way back to the terminal.
Got disc A. Haha. Cool. Figured that one out. But yeah, despite literally, not literally, but I hate when people use the word literally figuratively. But despite almost everybody in the Marvel Universe being a New Yorker, the Thing is like the most stereotypically New York guy. Scientist with disc. Alright, so I gotta find the one coming from that one. This. Huh? Trust my senses. I love the Thing, man. The Thing is so good. The Fantastic Four is probably my favorite. I've said this before. The Fantastic Four is probably my favorite superhero team. But every adaptation is so bad. Like, it's literally only the 616 version that's any good. And there's probably some that are alright. Like, movies aren't that bad. I was gonna say with the exception of, like, the Fan 4-stick one, which I haven't seen, so I can't really say for sure, but by all accounts is very bad. Like, none of the cartoons for the Fantastic Four are really that great. But, like, the actual main Fantastic Four comic series, like, that's so good. I love it. Like, they're such good characters. They deserve more respect. Like I said, they start at the Marvel Universe. Like, the Marvel Universe basically has two starts. There was start of the company and the old school Golden Age stuff, which, funnily enough, started with Marvel Comics #1, which is why the company is named what it is. Originally started as Timely Publications back in 1939. But after Fantastic Four #1 became popular and the whole superhero thing started taking off, they renamed Marvel Comics after the first book they ever put out, which was Marvel Comics #1. So that was kind of the start of the company, but then the Marvel Universe as we know it basically started with Fantastic Four #1. Because that was the one that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby did, that, you know, the success of that book ended up to resulted in more superheroes books being made, which led to the creation of Iron Man and Thor and Captain America being brought back from the Golden Age, X-Men, Spider-Man, Daredevil, like all of that stuff originated in that era. And then of course, stuff started crossing over with each other. Avengers were a thing. And the rest is most literally history. The history of the Marvel Universe, in fact. Oh god, I'm being shot at again. No, 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 no. Stop shooting at me, you dicks. God. Video origin of the FF? Ooh, that'd be a good idea. That might be a short one, but that would be definitely one I can do. I'm not against doing short ones. Full disclosure, I want to find the time to get a Wolverine done at some point, just because one of my an IRL friend of mine, who we'll get to talk to again. But I mean, you know, circumstances being what they are, is a little difficult to stay in not stay in contact with people, but actually hang out with people is a little bit tricky nowadays. But yeah, I do have an IRL friend that wanted me to do Wolverine, which is one that would take a while to do, so I've been hesitant to really dig into it. What I feel like I need to do is like get like work done on that here and there, and then like get some like while I'm working on that, get like shorter videos out in the meantime. I feel like the FF would be a good one to do. That one that probably wouldn't take all of that long to do. I say that. The thing is, like, I often don't know how long a video is exactly going to be until I really start digging into the research of it. Because a lot of the times I'll, like, start the research on the video and I'll have, like, a basic concept of in my mind, be like, okay, I want to talk about this, and we'll end it here. Then when I, like, start digging into it, it's like, oh, I mean, this is interesting, and then there's like all this backstory, and like I can kind of cut this out, but oh, I need to put this in the video. So yeah, very often, like in the process of researching and writing a video, it'll end up being longer than I originally thought it would be. Sometimes not so much. Like, you know, the MODOK video I put out recently was a pretty short one, which I don't mind doing every once in a while, getting out a short one, just because, you know, sometimes characters just, they don't have a whole lot to say about them. Like for MODOK, it was very much straightforward. Like he doesn't have a whole lot of backstory outside the straight of, oh god, no. He doesn't have a whole lot of backstory outside of just, oh, this is how George Tarleton got turned into MODOK. He was an AIM agent. That's about all we know about him pre-MODOK. So, but I mean, I guess that's the case with a lot of villains. Not a lot of the villains have like super laid out backstories. Hey Nanners, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday thus far. Yes, as I said before, Louise Hulk, I always appreciate video suggestions, but yes, best place to put those is the comments section on the actual YouTube videos, because that is the first place I will go when I'm looking for suggestions for what I want to do. Alright, you know what? Screw this. Going pretty dang good. We'll see how this fight goes. Actually, give me a second here. Okay, don't die. Don't die! No! No! Why did that explode? No! Get around the corner! Oh, my butt! Oh! Oh! Oh, everything is clenched. Oh, God. Okay. So for those of you playing along at home, I was like, I'm getting shot at. Certainly it'll be okay. I'll kill this guy, and then I'll run this way and duck around the corner and get some health back. And then the thing that was that way turned out to be an explosive barrel, which I did not realize that was going to explode. So, whew, baby. Alright, everyone unclench. We're good. Oh, boy. Okay. Take a second to grow our organs back. Ooh, okay, that worked. Okay. Everything is good now. Brush off the gunpowder. Okay, that looks like it's... Let's, where are we headed? Oh, but there's guys trying to stop me from getting there, so that's probably a good sign. That's where I was, so the dudes that want to kill me around the corner. Okay. Wait for my health to get topped off. Out full. Look at this motherfucker doing backflips. Fighting the elite guards now. Gotcha. Ow. Gotcha. Whew. That's like a wacky group of goons. The clobbering clenchmen. Oh no, that sounds terrible. I don't want to be a clenchman. Okay. Now, where am I going? I'm halfway lost here. Thought I heard something being all beepy. Where am I going? Labs? This is data processing. This is where I came from. Where I did all of that stuff. Main reception, labs. Am I going to labs? Maybe I'm going to labs. I feel like I would be going to labs. Oh god! Why are there so many guys that want to kill me? Jeez, guys. Can't we talk this out a little bit? No? Alright, fine. Basically asked for this. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, you ran up here without grabbing a gun? You definitely asked for this. That guy was so full of himself. I ran away, and he was like, oh, I got this. And he bolted after me on his own without picking up a gun. He was like, oh no, this guy's a wiener. We can finish this. Didn't work out for him. Oh boy. Yes, maybe I am a wiener for playing this way, just letting my health regrow, but oh god! At this point, I don't know how else to approach this, aside from just letting my organs grow back, and then going back in. It's not like I have any healing items that I can use. Wait for my ass to grow back. What do I think of the Hulk animated series in the 90s? I never really watched as much of that one. I don't think I liked it as much as, like, Spider-Man or Batman. It was alright, but, yeah, wasn't as huge into that one. I don't know if it just wasn't on TV as much here. I do remember that they did a cool version of She-Hulk. But I mean, I always love me some She-Hulk. I love me a woman that can kick my ass. Okay. It lets you do it as a valid technique. See, I don't know how else to approach this, because most of the rest of this game, stealth was an option, so I could kind of like sneak my way up through and then take people out. But I mean, this guy's like already set to go before I even alerted anybody, so... Also, he's got a gun, so... They're not as bad when I disarm them. Yep. Dude up here! Oh god! See, the problem is always when they get me in a kill box of some sort. Like, when it's multiple guys that are shooting me at once, then I've got a problem. If it's one guy, then I'm fine. This... Rage energy? Okay. Fills up my rage meter some more. Yeah, when it's one guy, it's fine. I can avoid the gunshots and close in on him and take him out. And hell, even if it's a bunch of guys, hell yeah. Even if it's a bunch of guys, if they're not armed, then it's fine. I can take them out. But when I've got friggin' multiple targets that all have assault weapons, then it's like, well, I'm a little bit screwed here. Also, I am at dead end. Did I not need to come in here? Is this not the place to go? Do I need to sense where to go? I think I just need to keep looking around. This is like kind of a dead end. There's a health pickup in there, but hardly necessary since I do have regenerating health. Nothing in these laundry rooms? Locker room. I guess you put laundry in your locker, so it's still, you know, valid. Okay, let's keep looking around. Door's locked. I think I've been in there. Like a server hub. Oh, it's not there. There are terminals I can activate, but any terminals I can interact with have like a green bean on the ground in front of them that lets me know I can press a button. Not that. That place looks like a good time. Had fun in there. What's your favorite voice of Spider-Man? I'm probably biased because, you know, as I said, I watched the cartoon a lot when I was a kid, but Christopher Daniel Burns, who voiced him in the 90s version, has always kind of been my Spider-Man to me. Like, I really love his voice. That being said, he does really good at playing, in my opinion, like kind of an older, like college age Spider-Man. Josh Keaton, who had voiced him in like the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon and a bunch of the video games, he does really well for like a younger Spider-Man. Like he really nails that that like 15-year-old Peter Parker voice. Okay, this is clearly where to go. Damn it. Go. That being said, a more recent actor, Yuri Lowenthal, who voices him in the PS4 game and the crap. Oh, strike. Do the strike. I'm hitting the button. Yuri Lowenthal, who plays him in the PS4 game and also in Ultimate Alliance 3, is fantastic. So those are three really good Spider-Man voice actors: Christopher Daniel Burns, Josh Keaton, and Yuri Lowenthal. Okay.
Wolverine, over here.
Okay. Funnily enough, speaking of Spider-Man voices, might have stuff going on in here in just a second.
I'll help you get past security if you deal with the guards. Let's go.
Okay, deal with the guards and he'll help me get past security. Oh god, I hope this is not a... Why not? There we go. How do I need to like go around or something? I just go around? I can just go around. Get him! Do the strike. Yeah, speaking of Spider-Man voice actors, there's a Spider-Man game for 360 called Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. And the idea of that game is that it's 4 different versions of Spider-Man that team up with each other from 4 different dimensions. So there's standard issue Amazing Spider-Man. There's the younger Ultimate Spider-Man with the symbiote suit. There is Spider-Man Noir, who you guys probably know from Into the Spider-Verse. And Spider-Man 2099, who is Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man from the future year of 2099. And in that game, each of the Spider-Men was voiced by someone who had played him in a cartoon. So I believe Amazing Spider-Man in that one was Neil Patrick Harris, who played him in like the early 2000s CGI MTV Spider-Man TV show that lasted like a season. So Neil Patrick Harris played Amazing Spider-Man. Josh Keaton, who played him in Spectacular Spider-Man, played Ultimate Spider-Man in that game. Spider-Man Noir was voiced by Christopher Daniel Barnes, who played him in the 90s in the 1994 Spider-Man cartoon. And Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, was played by Dan Gilvezan, I'm probably saying his name wrong, played by the guy who voiced Spider-Man in the 80s cartoon, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and who was also the voice of the original Bumblebee in the old school Transformers show. So that I always appreciate it. Like for 4 different Spider-Man, they got 4 Spider-Man alumni who played him before. That was a lot of fun. Damn it. On. Okay, if I start losing health, I can go back around the corner. Gonna do now. Got him. Played Shattered Dimensions on the 360. It was pretty fun. Nice. Yeah, I actually don't own a copy of that currently. That's one of the games I need to get for my collection so we can do it on the show at some point. That one, and there's the sequel, Edge of Time. Favorite voice of Green Goblin. Ooh, I don't know the name of the actor, but the guy who voiced him in the 90s cartoon always stuck out to me. But, you know, that's of course going to be my default answer because I remember it from when I was a kid. Aside from that, I don't know if any of the Goblin voice actors really stick out to me that much. Although, another fun fact is that in that 90s Spider-Man cartoon, the Hobgoblin, Jason Philip Macendale, I think it was Macendale in that cartoon, is actually the second Hobgoblin in the comics. Anyway, the Hobgoblin in that show is voiced by Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself, who other comic fans also know as the voice of the Joker in a lot of Batman stuff, namely the Batman the Animated Series. And Mark Hamill, who, I mean, you guys probably know this from the title of the stream, Mark Hamill voices Wolverine in this game that we're playing right now. Okay. Go for it. Someone have a rocket launcher. Is someone shooting rockets right now? Why does someone have a rocket launcher? Why is that a thing I have to deal with? Well, that was cool. Oh god, why are you not all dead? I feel like I should not have to deal with someone having a rocket launcher at the end of a hallway. No! No, do it. No! Did I just... No! I killed the scientist! No! 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 I went into rage mode, and I just wanted to kill the guy in front of me before he killed me, and I killed the scientist behind him! God damn it. F indeed, get your Fs out. Alright, I'm gonna get some more water, and then we're gonna try that damn level again. At least now we know what we're doing, and to not kill that freaking guy. Oh, the levels are so long in this game. I just didn't want to die, and then Oh, escort missions. Why escort missions? We'll be right back. However, Natalia then shot Logan to prevent him from interfering with her mission, making it look as though it was the Nazis' bullet which took his life. Cap and Ivan took Natalia back to the US consulate, but they were ambushed and betrayed by the corrupt American delegate and turned over to the Hand. Logan, of course, survived his injuries thanks to his mutant healing factor and was determined to make sure Natalia didn't have to bloody her hands. The Jonin, the Hand's leader, intended to force the girl to murder Ivan, thus beginning her training as a ninja assassin. However, before Natalia could act, presumably on her plan to kill the Jonin, Logan swept in, breaking Natalia's sword with his own and taking the ninja leader's life himself. He and Captain America then battled the remaining ninja and Nazis, with Baron Strucker, of course, slipping away to cause trouble another day. Fortunately, Seraph arrived on the scene to help the heroes escape. Logan and Captain America parted ways as allies, while Natalia and Ivan remained together as the Second World War began ramping up. Little is known of Ivan and Natalia's exploits, if any, during World War II, but things would change for them irrevocably in the mid-1950s. Following the war, Ivan was injured on a mission and was bleeding out. Desperate to save his life, the now adult Natalia was approached by the enhanced Soviet assassin, the Winter Soldier, who offered them a serum that would And we're back. Hey Chuck, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a good Sunday thus far. Restart level. Well, I guess you're not gonna give me a whole lot of choice there, are you, game? Oh, God. Alright, alright. Well, now that we're starting to level over again, I might as well try a speed run a little bit. At least until I get low on health. God. Alright, alright, alright. We'll leave the claws out for the combat and put them away when, God, well, Rage Mode is activated. God, Rage Mode really popped off at the worst time that time, didn't it? God dang. Got the key card. Okay. Data processing, that's where I need to go. Fuck you, scientists. Alright.
Need the discs to start these babies up. Gotta sniff out some scientists.
Remember to observe and follow your senses, Logan. They will serve
So,
you
senses.
well.
Yeah. Started watching Agent Carter. Oh, nice. How you liking it so far? That's going pretty well over on this end, I have to say. Got my fridge stocked again, so I'm good for a little while. Made some, made a nice batch of the old macaroni and beef the other day, so got a pot of that. I'm working my way through. It's good stuff. This one here. Okay, at least this is probably gonna go a bit quicker now that I know like where I'm going and what I'm doing.
Give me the disc now. Gotta make my way back to the
Give me the
turrets.
disc now. Why jump through a window when I can pirouette? Okay. Get back to data processing. That door's locked. Where's it? Yes, data processing. Okay, so take that disc. That there. Only seen the first episode so far, but you're enjoying it. I do like how, oh, hang on. There we go. Terminal A activated. Always been working on a video for a school project. Nice! Hope that's going good for you, King. Only seen the first episode but you're so far, but you're enjoying it. Well, yeah. Haley Atwell is delightful as Peggy Carter. I find it funny how they kind of tried to position Sharon Carter as Steve's love interest in the MCU, but it just kind of didn't really take because, well, just because Peggy was so damn good. But I mean, I feel like the main reason they kind of like tried to position things that way a little bit is because Sharon is more so Steve's love interest in the comics. So of course they were going to try and reflect that, but then I feel like it just kind of ended up being, well, I mean, for, you know, for these movies here, it doesn't really click the same way, like, compared to the comics where, you know, in the comics, Steve and Peggy had a lot less time together, and Steve and Sharon, over the course of the years, had a lot more time together, obviously. Doesn't hurt that she's absolutely gorgeous. There is that. Haley Atwell is not hard to look at. She is a beautiful woman. This, oh wait, now I gotta go up catwalk here. Meet the Bhutan. How did I get up there? Data processing. Door's locked. Did I need to get up there? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh wait, no, here's the stairway. Okay. I remember. Okay, yeah, this wraps around and lets me get up in here. There's the button. Okay, now let me pay attention to what's going on here. Free F security override. That opened up a couple of doors. Goes there. Really fun. You're happy that it's becoming exactly how you imagined it. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear.
Over there.
Glad it's going well. We stand an awesome king. Oh god, they've got guns. Run, 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 Wolverine. We don't want to get shot. Wondering how much stealth takedowns are an option. Not that I think I can be particularly stealthy here, but... Oh, they're going... Yeah, not that I think I can be particularly stealthy here, but I wonder if I can position things that I can take people by surprise. This guy not so much, because he's like right on my ass. I'm wondering if I'm doing more combat than is necessary. Although when a hallway has a ton of enemies in it, the object is to go down that hallway. Kinda tough to avoid the combat in that case. Going back and watching all the Marvel shows, at least the live-action ones that are most recent. Nice! I need to finish Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I never finished that one, and I ended up liking it. The first season was rough, but after that it was pretty good. I also need to finish the Netflix stuff, because of that I stopped after Defenders. Because Iron Fist was kind of eh, and Defenders was kind of eh. I kind of need to go back to it and finish watching like Daredevil and then check out Punisher and that stuff. But I mean, I've got a things to do list a mile long, so... Oh, goodness gracious me! Camera is not being a team player here. Drop it! God's sake, make them drop the weapons. Oh god. Devil Dinosaur Moon Boy origin. Ooh, that'd be a good one. That would be fun because I could do like the old school like Devil Dinosaur and Moon Boy and then also get like Moon Girl in there. Was it Lunella Lafayette? Only watched one of the Netflix show all the way through and it was Punisher. So you haven't seen any of that one, but it looks pretty cool. Where am I going? Kinda got a little bit lost. I think I came out through here. I'm pretty sure I can go that way, but I don't think I need to. I think that is just like health pickups and stuff, which I don't need because my health is literally regenerating as we speak. Oh, I can... Unauthorized access? What? Okay, so I need a card, I guess. Okay, maybe I do need to go over there, because maybe one of those guys has the key card that I need. My favorite voice of Daredevil. See, that's a good one, because I don't know as many Daredevil voices. Like, I know, he's not a guy that's been featured in a lot of cartoons and stuff. I remember he was in the Spider-Man cartoon, but, like, his voice in that series, like, even though that was probably my first exposure to the character, didn't love the voice they had on him in that show. It was fine, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a set Daredevil voice in my head. Obviously, Charlie Cox, who played him in the show, was really good. Attempting to watch them in a sort of synchronized chronological order, bits of Daredevil, bits of Jessica Jones, and a few seasons of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. You don't recommend your tactic. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of not the way they were intended to be watched. I know for the Netflix ones, at least, you watch those in, like, the order of release. Like, watching those season by season in order of release seems to kind of be the best way to do it. Okay, I assume for Punisher you like both of the seasons, vastly prefer season 1. Season 2 wasn't bad, but it was really slow. The slowness is kind of my only criticism of most of the Netflix shows. Like, out of the ones that I watched, I like them, obviously. Like, Daredevil is really good and all. But I feel like near the end, they kind of start to drag a little bit. Like, I've heard it pointed out before that they're all 13 episode seasons, but most of them could probably do what they need it to do in 8 or 10. Like, they rewrote it to be a bit tighter. And I kind of agree with that. Like, they could have lowered the episode count and tightened up the writing a little bit. But I mean, still really good. Don't get me wrong. See, my problem with the combat now is that... Ugh. Okay, hang on. Oh, got him. See, when I start hitting an enemy, I kind of lock onto that enemy, which is pretty good, because then I can just kind of focus on that guy. The only time that's really a pain in the butt is when I'm trying to focus on one guy, then 2 other guys are shooting at me. So, I would like to be able to... the good thing is that when I hit them, it kind of disarms them, like they drop their weapon. So, what I would like to be able to do is kind of disarm everybody in the room before I start focusing down people. But that gets kind of difficult when I smack someone to disarm them, but then all of my focus is kind of on them for the foreseeable future. In bits of all the shows, excluding Defenders, the only one you really struggle to get into was Jessica Jones. See, I like Jessica Jones. I thought that was a good one. At least the season that I watched. My big complaint about Jessica Jones, and this is like a nitpicky nerd complaint, is that Kilgrave never actually turns fully purple. Like, in the comics, Zebediah Kilgrave is the Purple Man. And he has purple skin. And there was a point in that show, mild spoilers, I'm not going to get too much into it. There was a point where he kind of like powers up, like he increases his abilities, if I remember correctly. And when I was watching, I was like, oh, okay, so this is the point where he's going to go full Purple Man. And then he didn't. He he was beefed up his powers, but then it was like, oh, well, he still looks exactly the same. I felt like it would have been, A, a nice visual indication that something was different, and B, a nice little nod to the comic book origins if he went full-on purple skin in that moment. I don't know, maybe they couldn't get it to look right or something like that. Issue with Jessica Jones that you weren't familiar with her at all, so you were just confused. I mean, you shouldn't need to be... Damn it. You shouldn't need to be familiar with a character going in to watch a show like that, because it obviously did introduce the character. That was her first appearance in that universe, after all. So, you should always be able to... You should always be able to jump into season 1 of a TV show without needing prior knowledge of the characters. Anders, you found Jessica Jones hard to watch, but that makes sense. Okay. I feel you. There were definitely parts of it that were, it was definitely intense in some ways.
Deal with the guards. Let's go. Kill them! That's him!
Ow, 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 you bag of dicks. Maybe when it comes to, like, disarming people, I should be grabbing them more. I wonder if that's... if that would help. Go. Go. Okay. Now we're gonna let that rage mode burn off. How almost forgot that I can actually I can pop rage mode early if I wanted to use it. I keep forgetting about that. See. I see the, I have to figure that out. Yeah, because I don't need to wait for my rage meter to build up all the way to use it. I can actually pop rage mode early. Maybe that would be a good idea. I don't have any meter now. This guy's kind of waiting here. I'll wait for my health to get up a little bit. Alright, well, we're back where we were. Now I just need to not murder the guy I'm supposed to be protecting. Need to not get a huge rage on and stab him in the stupid scientist face. Okay, health up, claws out. Grab him. Okay, well that's not working apparently. Oh god! Get in here. Get in here. Retract the claws. Get some health back. Put the fire out. Hey, buddy. Oh god, okay. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. We are going to chill out for a second and wait for my arm hair to grow back, along with most of my organs. Okay, let's let that go back. Gonna try watching the end eventually, but it'll be a while away. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Oh god, oh god, oh god. You guys have guns. You guys have guns. Missed my strike opportunity there. Don't shoot him. Maybe you should consider my needs once in a while. Please. So selfish. Okay. Someone tries to come through that door. I should be able to stealth kill him. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for my health to come back. If someone tries to get me in the meantime, I should be able to one-shot him. Shouldn't be expecting it. See how it goes. We're good. I think we're good. Coming. Something is on fire. That's probably the barrel that exploded earlier. Okay, okay. Could be good. Oh god damn it. Here we go. Oh. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Suck my claw. Okay. Okay. This is going well. Better than last time. Oh, oh god, is he going for the scientist? I just realized that. Still supposed to be protecting this guy over here. Huh? You're fine. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha! You just got by Wolverine. I'm the best there is at what I do, bub. What I do is stab you in the dick. Come here, you. Well, you're not doing squat, boyo. Look at this boyo trying to backflip his way to safety. Ain't going down that way. Oh my god. Who is shooting at me? And, oh god. How do I make it stop? Oh god, I'm on fire. I'm on fire! I forgot they did a Cloak and Dagger show. I wonder if that's any good. Funnily enough, Cloak and Dagger is a Spider-Man spin-off, technically, because they first appeared in Spectacular Spider-Man, I want to say. I have a video about them up on the channel. It's a little bit of an older one, so I don't know if that's good. But, yeah, if you really want to get a quick primer on the first appearances of Cloak and Dagger, then you can check out the video I've got on them. Now, where did Mr. Science Man go? Not in his spot anymore. I saw him move. Probably means I killed all the enemies. Down here, maybe? Oh, that's a dead end. I'm so good at self-promotion. Look at me go. I'm still in this. I still keep circling around the same area. I feel like I'm like going to new areas, but then I never do. You going here or something like that? No, it doesn't look like. I lost my science friend. He was supposed to help me get out of here. Gosh dang, I wish I had a map. Not a problem until like this level. Okay, where are we going? Oh. Data processing is a dead end, I know that. I think he probably headed down this way. Man, no, this is where he was. Yeah, this is where we came from, because he was hiding here. Go this way? Nope, that's a dead end. That's right, I hid in here before. Oop, I'm going to assume that he went through a door and not a window. Definitely be watching it before you watch the show. Have an idea of what you're looking for. Nice. Thank you, Chuck. Go this way. Okay, I think he probably... Okay, this... Yeah, okay. He went that way. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, why? Oh, Jesus. This game just threw a big ol' fuck you at me. Oh, gosh dang. Uh-oh. Ah, Jesus. Okay, someone came around. Oh, God. I hit the guy behind me? No, I can't. I'm like locked onto this guy. Oh god, I just want to survive this gauntlet. Good god. Is that a place I can go? Maybe. Let me take this guy out. Oh god, there's two guys. Hide. Kick him in the face. Kick him. No. No, no, no. No, is there anything over this way? Is this a place I can go? No, that's a dead end. Get the hell out of there. That is not a place I want to be. Oh, God. Ugh. Okay. 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 Okay.
I just saw him.
I don't know if I can think of a specific, like, thing voice that really did it for me. There have been some good ones. I don't know, unfortunately don't know the names of the actors offhand. But, yeah, still hoping for some, oh god, damn. Still hoping for some better, Fantastic Four, interpretations in the future, particularly when we finally get them in the MCU. Oh, thank you very much, Chuck. I always worry that the stuff I do is confusing, especially if I try to cram in like a lot of information, which I sometimes do. But yeah, thank you. It means a lot to me that that they're actually comprehensible. You've got a gun. I don't want you to have it. I'll beat you up. Not allowed to gun. No guns allowed. Get him. Yeah, we're good. Oh god, can I strike this guy? Oh! Yes! Actually managed to sneak up on someone. Yeah, I can do it again. Also, I like how there's a bullet hole like on the corner, so the hole in the wall is like off of the wall a little bit. That's fun. I can do a sneak thing against this wall, I guess. Or this guy's too smart. He's just like kind of waiting for his opportunity. I mean, so am I, which generally just means I'm waiting for my health to come back. Actually, if he's pointed that way, go around. That guy's, oh my god, how many are there? I think there are 3 left. There's 3 that I can see. That guy there. Actually, I bait this guy to come get me. Oh, you like the Rhino video? Oh yeah, that was one that I kind of dug into the backstory of your character a little bit more, where there's kind of a bit more beneath the surface than you might originally think. That was a fun one. I've like subtly, like over the course of time, kind of like changed the way I approach videos a little bit. Or like if you go back and watch like the earliest ones on the channel, or at least the earliest ones that are available to watch when I like relaunched a couple of years ago. Like when I started doing it again, those are all kind of very much like laid out in order of like release of the books. I was like, okay, well, this character first appeared in this book, and this is what happened, and then later we learned this, and kind of laid out in that way. Whereas like at this point, I've kind of adapted more to the style of being like, okay, well, this is like the origin of the character from more or less their point of view. It's like, you know, this is where the early days, and then like kind of like work up to their first appearances in the cases where that is warranted. The video that actually kind of broke the camel's back on that one, that made me just lay things out chronologically instead of by order of when the books came out, was the Thanos video. Where it was like, there's no way for me to... Because the number of times this has been retconned, and like when we learned certain things, like it would be completely incomprehensible if I didn't just do it chronologically. So like, kind of since that one, it was like, well, okay, well, it kind of makes more sense to lay things out a bit more chronologically. And of course, the advantage of that is then I can use the... I make good use of the official handbooks of the Marvel Universe in cases where there's some ambiguity over, you know, what's true, like what's still canon and what's not. So that lets me kind of hone in on what I want to put into the video and what order I want to put things in. Which, of course, in my opinion, really helps in cases of stuff like the Black Widow or the Black Widow video was a good example, where you kind of learn a lot of their origin, like years after the fact, and like a lot of the blanks are kind of filled in. So it makes way more sense to just go chronologically in that kind of scenario. Okay, memories unlimited. We're doing well now. We're up to the next level. Yes, the official handbook of the Marvel Universe is definitely a good resource that I make use of on the channel. In terms of figuring out, like I said, what to include and what order to lay things out in. Oh boy. Well, I still need to keep that dude alive. This game has gotten to like a lot of combat now. I gotta say, I kind of preferred it earlier in the game when, even like breaking into the facility, when a lot of it was like, okay, figuring out exactly how to make my way through the level, like how much of this can I stealth? Like, what are my opportunities to take down enemies? As opposed to now, like, this game has really just kind of turned into a lot of combat. Which I guess is natural for, like, games like this to, you know, lean that direction more and more near the end of it, but yeah, this is really... I was gonna say, like, I guess there is kind of still exploration, but not so much exploration as it is, like, I'm getting a little bit lost in the levels and trying to figure out where to go. Not really the good kind of exploration. Anything in these that's good? Nothing. Play it a little bit more carefully then.
I see him.
Guys are up on their perches there, so I need to get up high. That's what I need to do. I need to get to a good vantage point to take out these guys that are trying to shoot at me. If they're spread out, then we'll be fine. That's kind of the big thing here, is if they're all over the place, should not be an issue. End up forgetting most of the things you learn here, like curse my potato brain. I mean, to be fair, like one of the reasons I started the channel was so that I could watch my own videos when I invariably forget, like, oh wait, what was this guy's deal again? Like, how did this work? So yeah, like I'll go back and like watch my own stuff as a reminder. So yeah, don't you worry about it. And you know what that means, Chuck? That means if you forget, no, just go back and watch the video again. Nothing wrong with that. Like you're watching it for the first time. Gosh dang. Oh god, don't fall down. Oh god, get back up there. Jesus. Okay. Oh, there's nothing up here to do. This is kind of a dead end. Okay. How close I am to the end of this game. Like, is there another full act after this, or am I near the end? I actually don't know. Oh, buttons. Oh, nice. Ooh. Oh. Alright. He's not... Can I not press the buttons? I'm pressing the button to press the buttons, but the buttons don't appear to be being pressed. Okay. So is someone throwing something at me? I'm a fan of Green Hulk, although I do appreciate when they do have like a Smart Hulk or like a Professor Hulk kind of situation. It's always a... with the Hulk, it's nice. I like that they change it up now and again, where they get like different versions with different personalities. That's a lot of fun. Hang on. There you are. You're a nuisance. Needs to be taken care of. Yeah, the whole thing with Grey Hulk, particularly like the Joe Fixit version of Grey Hulk, like that was always fun. Back when like had like Grey Hulk, who was not like Professor Hulk smart, but it's like smarter than Savage Hulk. He had like the suit and tie, and went by Mr. Fixit. Funnily enough, that's the version of the Hulk that was on a replacement version of the Fantastic Four, alongside Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Ghost Rider. So that was a weird team. Spider-Man, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Grey Hulk were the new Fantastic Four, they were called. Now can I... I need to get the scientist up here? Is that what I need to do? Like, not letting me interact with that. I don't know if it's because there are still enemies afoot. Well, there are definitely still enemies afoot, so that could be the problem. Yeah, probably need to let that guy get up there. Yeah, like all the Hulk personalities? Yeah, like I said, it's good that there's variety there, so you don't necessarily get bored of seeing one different kind of the Hulk. Which is probably why they, like, included, you know, several different versions of it in the movies, in fact. Where are the bad guys? Normally they're over eager to try and take a piece of me, but now I can't even find them. I know there was one dude because I heard him. But where did he go? Where could he be? Oh wait, use my senses. There he is. What's up, bitch?
I see him.
Suck my toes! Ooh, I just punched him so many times in the dick. Alright, now I got the key card. That's probably what I need. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Okay, let's pay attention to where he's going. Something there. You made it. Okay. Here the exit cargo. Okay, I know what to do here. Did we have any Grey Hulk in the MCU? Well, it was mostly like, well, it wasn't gray, but they did like the Professor Hulk thing. Or like Doc Green is another version of it. Where it's like still Green Hulk, but it's like the Banner and Hulk personalities merged. But yeah, I like when they do that in Endgame. That was great. I already watched a few of my videos multiple times, mainly because you start to listen and your mind starts to wander. You thinking about something you said early in the video. Yeah, I mean, they are often the kind of thing where, yeah, sometimes you'll have to, like, go back and rewatch.
Hey, I want a cargo crate.
Oh, are we gonna... Oh.
Knucklehead.
We smushed him. Well, all we had to do was keep him alive to that point, and then we gave him the big old smusheroony. Well, I guess that guy's dead. We don't need to worry about protecting him anymore, so thank God for that. Oh God, there's more people shooting at me. Of course there's more people shooting at me. Why wouldn't there be? Gosh dang it, there's so many. Oh hey, I'm in like this area again. Oh God damn it, there's so many people. Access Amazing Grace CPU for the information I see. Okay. Gotta access the CPU. Right. God. They just keep coming. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming, and 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 they don't stop coming. Okay, I'll stop doing that now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not that sorry. Okay. I'm raging, but I'm low on health, so I do not want to run into a crowd of enemies right now. No, there's more guys coming. No, just run. Just run. Run away. Run away. Run away! No! 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 God! Damn it! Alright, fine. Restart level. We weren't that deep into that one. Gotta do this shit again. Fine. This is fine. Ow. Ow. Not that deep in, it's fine. Go around, we'll kill the guys on the catwalks. Excuse me. Take care of them again. So I think in this area, I just need to clear of the enemies. That way the scientists can... Oh, excuse me. Okay. Whew, okay. So I think in this area, I just need to clear out the enemies so the scientist can go do his thing. I'll get the key card. Whatever. And we can bonk him on the head with the crate. Yeah, I feel you, Chuck. I've done that before too. Like, I'm no stranger to rewinding a video I'm watching to get some information again. Sometimes it's just necessary. Come here, you. Come here, you. Oh, I'm raging. I've got a raging adamantium on. Adamantium rage. I don't think I ever played that game on the channel. That was an old Genesis one. No. Bombs, bombs, bombs. being a little bit careless in the starting area because, like, it's the starting area, whatever. It's not as big a deal if I die here. Favorite is the Savage Green Hulk. Well, that is kind of the classic one. That is a popular one. Okay, wait. Time to throw my organs back again. Ooh, baby. Okay, we're good. We could be good. I think we're good. Something resembling good. Very least on the way there. Okay. Oh, okay, there you are. Gotcha. Adamantium Rage means you imagine a Wolverine Broadway play with that as one of the major songs. Nice. Adamantium Rage! Oh. There was a Spider-Man Broadway play. Where's the Wolverine one? Apparently the Spider-Man one was, I don't want to say not very good, but everything about it looked weird. All the costume design and everything, like, what I know of the story of it, like, everything was kind of off. So I don't know about that one. Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, it was called. I feel like doing a Broadway play. That'd get Hugh Jackman to come back. Right. Okay, fine. Gotcha. I always enjoyed Hulk due to the simplicity. He gets angry and beats everything all up. Yeah, Hulk is fun as like the I like Hulk from the misunderstood monster perspective, which was always kind of the point of that character. Yeah, like Stan Lee has said in interviews that the core concept of the Hulk is kind of like a Frankenstein's monster deal, where you know, the monster is actually the good guy, but everyone blames him for everything anyway. But with kind of a Jekyll and Hyde aspect to it, where there's, you know, a transformation. So it's like he transforms into this thing, but the monster he turns into is not necessarily evil, it's just misunderstood. But of course, he is also savage and dangerous. Alright, claw time. Okay, got the key card. Adamantium Rage! Alright, let's go make the scientist go squish now.
No way I'm getting through there.
Yeah, I know what we're doing. I have a plan, because I already did it, but still. Okay. Here's the stairwell. Here we go. Let's go squish us a scientist. Let's go brain him with a giant crate. Well, that's just crate. Yes, exactly. If you left him alone, there'd probably be no problem. Hulk smash, little man. Who in the movies had yellow suits? Who had yellow suits?
Knucklehead.
I feel like that's an AIM reference, and I appreciate it if so. Express the opinion that the reason Spider-Man got the Broadway show and Wolverine didn't is because there's a love story in Spider-Man. Ah, yeah, true. There's a lot of love stories in Spider-Man. Spider-Man has had many a love interest over the years. Okay. So this time... Okay, so now I don't need to keep any scientists alive. I do need to keep myself alive. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bonk someone and get out. Want some of me? Now you gotta come get it. I can take anyone on one-on-one, then yeah, we're just gonna make these one-on-one encounters. That's how we're gonna do it. Health should be fine for this. Stop. I like how once oh god, no. Oh, my plan. My plan. My precious plan. It was such a good plan, and then they closed the door. Well, it was a good plan while it lasted. Oh god. Rage. Okay. Wait here for a second. Wolverine has the best love story. His love of calling everyone bub. What do you mean, bub? I mean, there's some love stories in Wolverine. They just don't tend to end well. I mean, I guess the same is true for Spider-Man, but that's just because it goes on for long enough that it's like, ah, well, now this relationship is borked. We'll sell his marriage. We'll make him sell his marriage to the devil. That'll be how this one ends. Comics are weird. Oh, god damn it. You're just one dude, so let me disarm you and take you out. Please. Oh, please. Break. Okay. Okay. Just give me a minute here to grow everything back. Oh god, no! No! Fuck. Please. Please just let my health come back. Faster, faster, faster. More, more. Faster, stronger, harder. No. Okay. No. No, for God's sakes. Just kill him. Just kill him. No. How is he not dead? No. Oh, get him. Oh, oh God. Look at my freaking non-existent health bar. Come on. Grow. Get back. Health. Health. Regenerate. Faster, 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 faster. Faster, 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 faster. Faster, faster, faster. Faster, faster, faster. I need more health, and I need it now. Don't know when someone's gonna come in here and try and shoot my dick off. Oh god. Oh, everything is bad. Oh boy. Okay, faster, faster, faster. More, more. Health, health. Yes, yes. Okay, good. Okay, don't get cocky and try and block anywhere. Just stand right the hell here. Keep an eye out in case anyone tries to mess with me. Okay. I can relax a little bit. Okay, my face isn't flashing red anymore. Health is. Okay. Oh, we live. My health bar gone. It was 0. It was like 0.5%. You could not see my health bar. It was so low. I don't know how I lived. I barely survived that encounter. Good God. You'd think the lower your health is, the faster it would generate. That would make sense. Huh. That'd be nice. Oh yes, that's very much true. Wolverine was like kind of the one that, one of the earlier examples of having a healing factor. And now there are, you know, plenty of characters that have it. Or even they'll just, you know, there'll be characters that have been around for a long time that they'll just, you know, that just say they have a healing factor, which totally makes sense. Like Hulk. Hulk is another character that has a healing factor, but that totally makes sense for him to have that. Like Hulk is basically unstoppable. For a fun fact, most shapeshifters also have a healing factor. Just by the fact that they're shapeshifters. Like Mystique has a healing factor. And the reason she has it is because it's not because of a healing factor, it's specifically her mutant power, but her body is just naturally able to shapeshift to an uninjured state. Meaning she can, you know, obviously if she has enough control over her body's cells, then yeah, she can just close her wounds. Yes, Hulk is indeed unstoppable. Hulk is the strongest one there is. It was like the whole World War Hulk thing where Hulk was, you know, so angry and so strong that his footsteps almost sank the eastern seaboard. That's probably the strongest version of Hulk was World War Hulk. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Keep this guy down then.
Over there.
These guys take a lot of punches. They're heavily armored, so it makes sense. Okay. There are a lot of dudes in this area that are more or less a match for me. I mean, I guess this is the Weapon X facility, so this is where Wolverine was basically made, so I guess it makes sense that they'd be more or less prepared for him. Still no match for him one-on-one, but yeah, enough of these guys can kind of kill him. At least in the context of this game. Thank you, Nightbot. You guys want to join the Discord server and hang out with me between streams, which is, you know, during the weekdays, because I mostly stream on weekends, then, yeah, feel free to follow that link and join up. Oh, that's true. I haven't really read Immortal Hulk yet, but that series looks really good. So I'm not really able to answer that question right now. Yeah, Immortal Hulk seems crazy, and I'm excited to check that out.
Over there.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and heal for a little bit so I don't go too low. Going to DVD Hulk versus Thor. You would prefer getting Hulk versus Wolverine, but you haven't had luck with it yet. Oh, weird that they have those like separate. Like most of the time, those are released in like one set. I thought so. I mean, I guess if there's, because they're kind of short, right? They're only like 30 or 40 minutes long, which is why they were bundled together. Yeah, those are pretty fun. I remember liking. I think I liked Hulk versus Thor more. I don't remember. Hulk versus Wolverine was really fun too, though. Waiting for my health to come back a little bit more so I can hopefully get through this without being stabbed in the face or shot in the face a million times and dying. That would be most preferable. But this is pretty good. There. Guy over there. Okay, so there are two guys to deal with. Punch you in this direction and get myself out of the line of fire. The other one. Work out. You're there. Are you the only other guy, or is there another one there? Two more. Doing good.
I see him.
Got you disarmed. You're done. Oh my god, the sweep kicks.
I just saw him.
Freaking martial artists. Go. Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched the Hulk versus features, but I remember liking them when I did watch them. Okay, so I got the key card. That's a good sign. Ooh, door unlocked. So this is probably where I was supposed to be going anyway. Okay. Oh, that's interesting, Luis. Guy who did the designs for the Hulk in those movies worked on Jackie Chan, the animated series, for that show. That was I remember that being a good show. Progress. Oh god damn it!
Shoot him. Over there.
No. Yes. Do it. Get them. Disarm them.
That's him.
Okay. Nope, they're getting back up. Oh my god, they take so many hits. Jeff Matsuda. Okay, interesting. Not familiar, but I would have to look that up. Okay, I'm going to take a second before I proceed forward, because at this point, the game is being incredibly cheap, and I never know when I'm going to pop around a corner, and then a bunch of guys are just going to come after me and kill me. I don't know. That's the thing at this point. Like, I'm kind of deep in the level, and this game is... I'm not going to say unfair, although it kind of is unfair. Like, I'm able to just, like, let my health come back, so there is that. But I legitimately do not know when I'm going to walk through a door and something like this would happen, where I get sealed off, and then there's a bunch of enemies to deal with. Like, if I didn't let my health come back a little bit before coming in this room, I probably would have been screwed. I don't know if I would have had an opportunity to regen or trying to fight those guys. But, yeah, no, at this point, the game just keeps trying to trap you. Enough. Okay, I'm gonna do a sneaky walk, though. Hang on. Did I, like, trip an alarm or something? Oh, there's cameras everywhere. I'm an idiot. Well, now they know I'm here. God damn it. There would have been an option to stealth this, but I'm stupid. Gotcha. Now I understand. Well, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. We gotta get there. Instead of sneaking, I should just have my senses on, I guess. Oh god, I'm spotted. Oh god. Oh god, no. Yeah, I can see. I wouldn't have been able to sneak that anyway. Look at that. The view range on that camera is the entire door that I have to go through. So I literally would not have been able to get through it without triggering the camera. So I guess I'm not as stupid as I thought. Now I just know that that was a hopeless venture to try and stealth through. Okay, interesting.
Over there.
Oh. Come get me. Not gonna come get me. They're too smart. They're too smart. They know it's not gonna work out for them if they try to come around this corner. Alright, I guess I gotta go get them. Oh, those are two very good options. Lou Ferrigno and Fred Tatasciore. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but yes, I'm familiar with that guy. And Lou Ferrigno, of course, it was the hang on. Get out. Lou Ferrigno, of course, being the actual physical presence of the Hulk in the old 60s show, in live action, where they just kind of painted him green and he was the Hulk. But yeah, also does the voice of him in Incredible Hulk and Avengers. Or actually, Avengers might have been Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, I think he just did the voice in Incredible Hulk. Yes, I think Avengers was Mark Ruffalo, because Mark Ruffalo was actually the first actor to play both Bruce Banner and the Hulk. Like, both forms. Like, every other time before then, someone else was either doing the mocap or the voice of the Hulk and stuff like that. But, yeah, Mark Ruffalo did both the, both Bruce Banner and the mocap and voice of the Hulk, I believe, starting with Avengers. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. I need to finish this level so I can get me a snack. No, 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 come on! I don't know what I did wrong there. Oh, Lou was the voice in the 90s cartoon series. That's right! I forgot about that. I honestly don't. Well, I know what I did wrong. I got shot by the stupid laser gun, but it was like, I had no way to get out of that. That did so much damage so quickly. Okay. Whew. Lou did it in Avengers? Okay, you could be right about that. I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not 100% sure. I know that Mark Ruffalo did do the mocap, but I don't know about the voice. That's something you guys can look up. Okay, I'm not gonna do this right now. Like I said, I'm getting the rumbly tummy, so I'm gonna take another crack at that level next Sunday when we play this again. Also, next Saturday, I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Kingdom Hearts, which I've never played before, so if you guys are interested in that, you can join me on Saturday, Sunday for more of this. I'll let you guys know now. I kind of mentioned this ahead of time, that May 16th, which is a Saturday, so it's, let me see here. Yeah, so Saturday, not Saturday next week, but the week after that, May 16th, is my birthday. And so for my birthday, I'm going to be doing a special all-day stream of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is my personal favorite game. where I'm going to start in the morning, and I'm going to try to beat the whole thing in one sitting. So if you guys want to pop by that day and say hi at any point, you know, you don't need to stick around for the whole thing, obviously, but at any point you want to pop in and stop up by and say hi, that would obviously be appreciated. And then, of course, the Sunday after that on May 17th, I'm going to take off completely. I'm just going to lie down, so no stream on that day. And, of course, if you want details and updates on that kind of thing, on when it's going to go down, when it's going to start, you can follow me on Twitter or join me on the Discord, because I post updates about stream schedules on those places. So, for now, we are going to go ahead and see who we want to raid. Who is live right now? King Pib is still on. Is she still going? It looks like she is. It looks like she hasn't ended off yet. So let's go say hi. Queen Pib, she was nice enough to raid me before. And she is a wonderful drag streamer. If you haven't met her before, I'm sure you're going to love her. We'll get that going here. Yeah, so be sure to join me on the Discord, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want more great Marvel content. There's a video up now about the origin of MODOK, and I haven't fully decided on what the next video is going to be, so if you have suggestions, head on over to the YouTube channel and leave those in the video comments, because that's the first place I go to get them. So we're going to get this raid going here. Be sure to stick around for that if you want a nice little boost to channel points. And thank you guys once again so much for joining me. And until next time, true believers, Excelsior!